Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Over the past year, I've watched so many YouTube videos on finances, and a lot of these YouTubers have encouraged me to take a look at my own. One of my goals for 2024, like maybe a lot of you, is to save and invest more money and also to keep track of all of my expenses. I know that I've started this in the past, and within the first month, I stopped doing it. So, this YouTube channel is honestly a way for me to stay accountable by uploading weekly videos. A lot of these channels, as well, these YouTubers, they make so much money because they've been doing this for a long time. They have really high expenses, their saving and investing is so high. It's quite intimidating for a regular day to day person. So, for me, I live in Canada. I have a regular 8 to 4 job, and maybe a lot of our expenses will be the same. So again, please follow me and make your own Excel sheet. That way we can work on these goals together. I'll just go quickly into my Excel sheet to show you what I have. Again, you could customize it so it represents more of the expenses you have, but these are what I've put. On the left-hand side, I have the months of the year, and then I have my income. I have a column for condo, so anything that's associated with my property. I have groceries, car, health and beauty, phone, clothing, vacations, eating out, other, and saving and investing. I did make a little legend so that way we can go through what each of these columns will have. Income is any pay that comes in, the rent that I get from my tenants, interest that I get on stocks or money that I already have in high interest savings accounts, any type of gifts that I receive, that will go all towards income. For my condo, that's basically the mortgage, the condo fees, any type of bills. So that can be like the insurance, if I have to repair the AC or anything like that, it'll all go in that column. I did put health and beauty together, but I mean, you can make it separate or based on you. But again, for me, I put it together. That's going to include all the medication, any type of skincare products, makeup, hair care, facials, massages, getting my nails done. Everything is going to be in that column. I do have a column for eating out, and I wrote enter full amount just because the type of job that I have, when I go into work, they do pay a percentage of our meal. And so it's not fully me that pays for it, but I thought I'll write in the full amount and then just put the amount I get in the income. So at the end of the day, it still balances out. I have another column for other. So this is any type of activities that I do, gifts that I give other people, other type of bills that's not related to the property and stuff. So anything that doesn't fit into the other categories will go into other. I did put a separate column for vacations just because in the past year I did take 4 little trips, and so I do that throughout the year. Again, maybe you have different types of columns, so feel free to add what you normally do. Towards the end, I did put in a calculation. If you look at it, it says it's calculating the sum from B2 to B13. So at the end of the year, it's going to basically do the calculations for me, and it's going to tell me my income at the end of the year, how much I spent on my condo, how much I spent on groceries, the car, and so on. I also did the same type of calculations on the far right. So that's adding up all of my expenses, which is all in red, and it's going to just tell me how much I spent. So that way I could compare it to the income and towards the expenses. I did put saving and investing in expenses because it is being subtracted from the income. But again, you can do it differently. This is just how I wanted to see it. So this page right here is more to look at it at a yearly glance. It is going to be one amount towards the end, but I think it doesn't really show exactly all of my expenses. So what I did was I made another sheet. So this is what I'll be actually working on in January. And so I have the date, and it's the same columns that I have, but this way, anytime a transaction is being made, I can actually write it down. and that way it'll all be here, it'll be detailed, and I actually have a column for comments so I can write exactly what's going on. And then at the end of the month, the amounts that I get at the end will just be transferred to this line over here. One other thing that I've done, because again, I got this ready before the New Year's. It's just for me to be ready. You can do that as well. You have a few more days. If you're watching this in 2024, that's okay. Make it and then just go through your expenses and fill it in. There's absolutely no problem. One thing that I'm doing is that I'm going to make sure before the new year that any credit card amounts that I have owing, I'm going to pay it off in full, so that way there's no balances on my credit cards, there's no anything like that, and it's really a fresh start. So yeah, this is me going into the new year. I will make a weekly update, anything that I have spent. I don't think I spend that much on a day-to-day basis, so there might be some weeks when there's not much that's being written down. But I mean, towards the end of the month, you'll still see quite a bit, because there are bills that are being paid. Again, gas, groceries, phone bill, like these are reoccurring, right? So you're gonna definitely see something towards the end of the month. But on a weekly, we'll take a look. And I also think that having an Excel sheet like this, it makes me not want to spend as much, because then I know that I'm gonna have to write it down. So I think it's more of a psychology thing too, towards to be honest. But I mean, we'll take a look at it. We'll see how the year goes. And hopefully we're all able to come back in a year and say that we saved and invested a lot of money. Okay, thank you. Bye. See you in the next video.